Bob 1011 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Lynch and Taco, good morning. It is time for Tech It Out. Latest technology news, innovations, share with you every week at this time. Brought to you by JRR's Pick Your Ticket Thursday, going on our Instagram at 1011 WJRR.
Bunch of great shows you can win tickets to. Again, it's at 1011 WJRR. You could go home with some Volbeat tickets, 9 Inch Nails tickets.
Just get by there at some point today. You don't have to do it right this second.
Yeah.
Until like midnight. All right, let's get to some tech news and stuff here. Obviously, the news about tariffs are impacting lots of things, technology related, but not just yet. Keep that in mind. Stuff that is here in the country already that was made someplace else has not been tariffed. So if you're on the fence about buying, whatever, time may be to do it now rather than wait, a month or two when new supplies come in that are subject to tariffs. And again, it will also depend on what country they're coming in from. That said,
is that what you're talking about with TVs and phones?
I'm getting to that here. Apple has proactively airlifted plane loads. It's being described as plane loads full of iPhones and Macs ahead of the tariffs that went into effect against China mainly. At this point where things are right now, China is who's getting hit the hardest by the U.S. imposed tariffs, now at 125%. Mm-hmm. Right. As for the other countries involved, the reciprocal tariff was paused for 90 days. All right. The 10% across the board tariff is in effect for all those other countries. And there's about 85 countries right now that have come to the U.S. saying, let's renegotiate our trade deals and tariffs. So this is an evolving situation. The real target here with all of this is China, obviously, because so much stuff we consume comes from there.
You can't look at a product without the majority of them without seeing China on it.
Now, as it pertains to other products like televisions, obviously a lot of the Apple stuff made in China, so that's why Apple proactively got stuff in here to keep the supply chain full for the time being. TVs, a lot of TVs made in China too, especially if you're looking for a Hisense or a TCL. Those are Chinese brands and considered budget brands here in the U.S. The product that's here now, you can get at the existing prices, but anything that's going to come in after the fact, you probably expect to go up. What about some of the other TV manufacturers, big names like Sony and LG and Samsung? Some of their stuff is made in China, but not nearly all of it. A lot of those manufacturers assemble stuff bound for the U.S. in Mexico, which will be the 10%er deal here. And again, there's a lot of inventory currently in the U.S. If you're on the fence about purchasing a TV, probably would be better to do it sooner than waiting a month or two where it may go higher.
Yeah.
All right. So
the way I look at it in layman's terms, I'm going to still walk into a store and see what the price is. If it's, affordable, then I'll get it. If not, but that's if I need it.
A lot of gamers looking forward to the Nintendo Switch 2. Is that price going to be affected? Well, we already know it's launching June 5th, and it's going to cost $450, which is up substantially from the $300 price point for the predecessor. That price point is not going to change. Japanese run Nintendo says that it will still be priced at $450. So there's that. And then what about the TikTok situation? How's that going to be affected with things being ratcheted up between the U.S. and China? Deal is still on the table, according to administration. They extended the deadline another 75 days ahead of all this tariff stuff. And this may be one of these deals that comes down to push comes to shove at some point. I don't think ByteDance is just going to give up the U.S. market.
No.
But yet you still need China to sign off on the deal, so they're kind of at a heads there. So keep an eye on that one as well. And
somebody texted in, goodbye, Temu.
Yeah, yeah. The Chinese Amazon of sorts. They're probably not real happy right now. This is interesting. Jeff Bezos is apparently funding a secretive EV startup based out of Michigan called Slate Auto that could start production as soon as next year. Timing on this, apparently this has been in the works and evolving since 2022, and now they're getting ready to fire up production. This may be an example of striking while the iron's hot with all the Tesla controversy that's going on right now. You know, you see an opportunity in business, you got to jump in and take it when you can, right? So we'll see if you start hearing more about Slate Auto and their EV line that they're going to be offering. And finally, we have this. 4 Virginia high school students have created an app to identify oral cancer. It uses a smartphone to take a picture of a person's mouth and then scans the image and produces information on whether or not there's a cancerous tumor inside. The app uses AI and compares the person's picture to images of hundreds of others that are healthy or have benign and malignant tumors.
That's pretty cool.
The students say they're working on getting FDA approval to get the app into the App Store and Play Store. They also plan to make the app free. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Well done.
All right. So that's what we got for Check It Out this week. Please stick around. We've got Lunch and Tacos, commercial-free Workday Rock Block coming up right around 8 o'clock. Nice long stretch, uninterrupted music, so stand by for that.
Lynch and Taco. On demand, download the iHeartRadio app.
All right, Mills Air.